had to share this because, like, what is going on?
There is something huge happening right now.
Do you have an update on the UFO files and what might be, when we're going to be seeing this?
Well, I think we're going to be releasing as much as we can.
Within the last 24 hours, there's been hundreds of earthquakes around the U.S.
We're getting a look at some of the damage from a 5.7 earthquake in Nevada.
And specifically surrounding Area 51.
Well, in the span of 24 hours, there have been 17 earthquakes near Area 51.
There's been more strange sky sightings. We've got new UFO footage today.
That's a drone, no?
There's also been a ton of extreme weather, and I have a bunch more clips to share with you in today's video. So make sure that you stick around until the end, because as always, these clips just get weirder and weirder as we go. But let's dive in. There's been 17 earthquakes within a single day. And guess where they were at?
In the span of 24 hours, there have been 17 earthquakes near Area 51. It started with a 4.4 magnitude quake just 2.5 miles underground. The area is normally not prone to earthquakes this shallow, and it's leading to theories of nuclear testing or even UFOs.
So you guys know that I like to fact check stuff. I don't just like to get on here and talk shit because I saw something online, so I Googled it. And yeah, this really happened just yesterday, and the weirdest thing about this is that it happened very shortly after President Trump was asked about UAP and UFO disclosure.
Do you have an update on the UFO files and what might be, when we're going to be seeing this?
Well, I think we're going to be releasing as much as we can in the near future. For some reason...
Okay, pause real quick. This is what I find the craziest about this little speech that he gave about UFO disclosure. If you look closely at this guy right here, it looks like he's doing everything in his power not to laugh. He's trying to hold it in, and you could see it on his face the whole time. Look at his facial expression. I'm going to start this over again and just take a look.
Do you have an update on the UFO files and what might be, when we're going to be seeing this?
Well, I think we're going to be releasing as much as we can in the near future. For some reason, and I guess it's just a reason that's been in the minds of people for a long time, and that is such, they want to find out about the UFOs and anything having to do with UFO or related material, and we're going to be releasing a lot of things from that we have, and I think some of it's going to be very interesting.
So isn't it strange that as the media continues to press him about the issue of UFO disclosure, even though they missed the last deadline, they were supposed to release a bunch of files, they didn't do that. And then when he's asked about it again, within the next 24 hours, there's all of these explosions or earthquakes, whatever you want to call it, multiple locations around Area 51, and it has a lot of people asking questions.
Are these earthquakes just a version of burning the files at an embassy when people got to get out?
The thing that lights up in my mind is that back in the 1990s, I briefed a man who worked and designed the security apparatus at some of the facilities out there, particularly the ones up near Groom Lake and Pahut Mesa. And he explained that on the top of those complexes underground were like bunker busting type bombs, but underneath them were thermonuclear devices, so that if anybody was getting close to those facilities, and by this, it could even be the legal government of the United States, they could collapse those facilities.
All right, so here you've got Steven Greer, supposed UFO researcher, saying that the sites on Area 51 have explosive devices on them in order to destroy whatever evidence might be there in case someone were to break in, even if that's our own government trying to figure out what's going on.
No, I don't know that that's what happened, but I know for a fact those security systems are out there. So that's one consideration. Now, it could just be a cluster of earthquakes, or they could be doing some legitimate underground.
He's not saying that that's definitely the reason behind the earthquakes, but he's just putting it out there saying this could be one of the reasons, or it could just be possible bomb testing. And if that is the case, you have to ask yourself, for what? What is about to happen? What is coming? Is there something big in the works here?
There were just 18 earthquakes near Area 51 in 48 hours. And the data doesn't look normal, doesn't look tectonic, okay? Normal earthquakes happen between 5 and 20 kilometers underground. That's where the rock is brittle enough to fracture on its own, right? This swarm of earthquakes is at 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers. And then there's one that the USGS can't even assign a depth to at all.
Okay, and check this out. This is a graph showing all of the recent earthquakes that have happened in the United States, and this is up to date. This is like right now to the minute. So today it is May 1st. and the time is 2:45 p.m. that I'm recording this, and it shows that there was another earthquake 19 minutes ago in Nevada. But then we have 31 minutes ago in Alaska, 40 minutes ago in Hawaii, 51 minutes ago Nevada, 55 minutes ago Alaska. 10 earthquakes within the last 2 hours. Most of these seem like they're under 3 in magnitude. However, we can see here at the top, let me just move this down a little bit for you. Largest earthquake in the United States today was a 5.2 in Nevada. Someone uploaded a picture showing all the earthquakes that they experienced yesterday and today in Indiana. Take a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 so far in Indiana. And then I think someone said there was a bunch in Kentucky as well. So these earthquakes or tremors or bombs or rumbles, whatever the hell it is going off non-stop. And I've talked about this on this channel in depth. In a lot of my last recent videos, the strange sounds that people are waking up to sounding like explosions, gunfire, military training.
Dozens of residents took to social media, sharing videos from Savannah, Georgetown, and Berwick of the peculiar noise. One of the most common guesses, military operations.
People have been hearing weird stuff. There's been gas plants blowing up.
Breaking news out of Springtown, Texas, where a natural gas facility is on fire after a lightning strike reportedly caused an explosion.
And then all of a sudden, all of these earthquakes start happening right after Trump is talking about the UFO disclosure.
We're getting a look at some of the damage from a 5.7 earthquake in Nevada. This is a look at the aisles inside a Walmart store. You can see shattered glass and food scattered across the floor. There have also been a number of smaller aftershocks in the same area. Fortunately, no serious injuries reported.
And here's another thing that I would like for you guys to take into consideration. This is after 17 or 18 of our nuclear scientists and rocket researchers and anti-gravity researchers have gone missing.
There are now 10 American scientists who have either gone missing or died.
11th case included among the recent deaths and disappearances.
People saying that they would never do something to themselves and then come to find out that the way that they died just a few days later or a week later was by the same exact thing that they said that they would never do.
Just before her death in 2022, Amy Eskridge had announced plans to present her groundbreaking work in anti-gravity technology.
We discovered anti-gravity and our lives went to shit and people started sabotaging us, and it's a harassment, threat.
And then, before there's even any time to examine their body, it's like rushed to cremation. And there's some people saying that the reason for that is probably because they actually didn't die, they were taken somewhere.
We have been tracking these dead or missing scientists, right? Material specialists, propulsion engineers, electromagnetic researchers, right? People who knew things that have not been made public yet. What kind of underground project would need all of them? Listen, I'm not saying they're down there. I'm just asking why the ground is shaking like that.
Now, if all of these scientists are taken to the same location and they're testing something, that's probably a pretty bad thing. And then let's talk about the hail for a minute now. I know hail is a common occurrence. It happens all the time. But I think that what's abnormal about it is the size and the frequency of hail that we've been getting. Can we at least agree on that? But there has been a ton of new footage uploaded. That is crazy. That hail is just out there fucking things up. Damn. Now check this out. Imagine you're shopping in Home Depot or Lowe's and this is what you're stuck in. the place that sells the tools and materials to fix the windows and your roof is getting just battered. And this was happening in a bunch of stores. Here's a clip that someone captured from Walmart.
The gooses are getting cooked! I say again, the gooses are getting cooked!
But you know what's not getting cooked? That's right. All hail the mighty duck. And then a girl in Australia captured this rare phenomenon. Check this out.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I had to share this because, like, what is going on? There must be some magnetic energy in the air. It's just so funny. There was a massive storm that came through here earlier, but I was safe. Don't worry, I was watching. But I'm just wondering, it mustn't be over because this is a lot. This is my my beach hair today.
So apparently if that ever happens, you should get the hell out of there or get down, because that's a sign that lightning is about to strike possibly where you're at. I don't really know how that works with the magnetic energy in the air and stuff like that, but that's what I've heard. And not only that, we've got a couple new UFO sightings that I found uploaded recently. Take a look at this. And this one was captured in Italy just a day ago, so April 30th, 2026, and it looks very similar to some of the other objects that I've been showing on the channel recently. A lot of people have been capturing this disc-shaped object that just appears to be glowing in the sky during the daytime, and it seems like it's kind of sitting on a tilt. Also, shout out to the guy that left a comment on this post right here saying balloon with 0 likes. Way to go. You see the way that thing was just moving, and then it seemed like the lights went out, the whole thing stopped illuminating, and then it lit back up. Pretty strange, but it looks authentic. And then we have this one. And this one was captured in Romania, April 20th, 2026, so just short of 2 weeks ago. Again, another tilted object that appears to be illuminated. People just keep capturing these things in the sky that they can't explain, and we still don't have answers yet.
That's a drone, huh? What the?
And check that out right there. It seems like whatever this object was, it kind of started to tilt, which is similar to all the other objects that people are spotting in the daytime, but this one was captured at night and you can see the lights on it in a circular ring. And here's a slowed down version of this. That could be a drone, but I mean, look at all the different lights going off on this thing. And then the change, the tilt, the shift when it starts to move into these clouds is definitely kind of odd behavior. Look at that right there. Super, super wild, but a cool capture.
¿Qué esa guau? Chitumare, ¿qué guau? ¿Qué guau, hermano? ¿Un hueón, güey? ¿Qué guau? Chitumare. La balaguita, weón. weón, güey. Un weón volando, hermano, mira. ¿Qué, weón? Me dejáis loco, chiduare.
And doesn't that one look very similar to the one that was captured recently in Germany? I think this was in March. How do we even begin to explain that? Some might say it's a balloon or something, but not any kind of balloon that I've ever seen. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button. Let's have a conversation down below about what might be going on right now. What's up with all the earthquakes? Why are they seeming to be surrounding Area 51? Do you guys think that it has anything to do with the missing scientists? Do you think it's even really earthquakes? I'd love to know your thoughts. As always, drop a comment below. I try to respond to as many as I can, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.